Doc Rivers is hot. He's had enough. He wants to see more from this team. If he doesn't see it, he says he's going to start trading some bodies. I'm Kevin Dupont for Globe 10.0 here with Chad Finn. And Chad, we know what it's about. It's a 2021 team. Who does he trade? What changes the chemistry here? Who goes? If.
Probably nobody of huge note. When Doc expressed his frustration, and he did it very adamantly
Tremendous.
the other night. Yeah, it was
Tremendous.
great. It was great. And bang, brief, I'm out of here. That's
Yeah.
great for TV.
The line I really liked was, these guys want to win easy, and the only way I know to win easy is to play hard.
Yeah.
I love that line.
Yeah, which, you think of Doc as a player, that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
So he backs it up. And he's got the guys in his corner still that you'd expect to be in his corner, the significant guys. Garnett, Rondo, Paul Pierce, the big three that they still have left. It's the guys that they brought in, talented players, behind them who really haven't meshed, and you get this. You can really do a little bit of math in your head and say, okay, it's not this guy, not this guy. This is the problem, and I think we'll see Danny Ainge make a trade at some point here.
Well, the only guys worth talking about, I think, in terms of do you deal them, do you keep them, are the big three, of course. And after that, and correct me if you watch them more than I do, Bradley and Sullinger. I mean, the rest of them are just, if you're moving anybody else, it's all you're doing is trimming the hedges. I don't think they could move is going to bring in anyone who's so substantial it's going to change the chemistry, change how this team plays.
Yeah. Well, there's suckers out there that you don't know are suckers yet until you make them an offer. But it's those guys that you didn't mention. It's Jeff Green, who's inconsistent. He's making $9 million.
Jason Terry.
Brandon
Bass.
I think it was collectively overlooked Jason Terry's age. He's 35 years old. He's an undersized shooting guard. He had a down year last year. It's a trend. He's the guy who really hasn't fit in well. Courtney Lee, who has some appeal because he's a very good defensive guard. He fits in with how he plays hard, but he just hasn't been consistent. He might be a guy who moves on just because they'll bring you back somebody who fits better.
Okay, quickly, Rajon Rondo, obviously the showcase piece here. Mm-hmm. Would you move him? You can move him. Would you move him, or would you change the whole gestalt of this team?
I wouldn't. Well, first of all, because he might be the best contract in the league. 5 years, $55 million. He signed a couple of years ago. That is an absolute steal compared to
by today's standards.
What he needs to do, and he's had a great year. He's going to be a starter in the All-Star game. He needs to score a little bit more because Paul Pierce doesn't do it like he quite used to, even though he tries. Kevin Garnett's never been one to demand the ball. Rondo needs to pick up the slack in that regard, but he's part of the solution, not one of the guys that needs to be moving on.
Well, they're 20-21. They got a month to go before the trade deadline, and right now the Celtics need something. So says the Doc.